Hey everyone, this is Dr. McDonald. Welcome to History 4000, History Research Methods for the Spring 2025 semester. What we're looking at right here, obviously, is the Moodle shell. So we're going to use this short introductory video to go through Moodle, talk a little bit about the course requirements and expectations. We'll glance at the syllabus as well and discuss the coursework that you're going to need to do this semester. So this is one of two capstone classes that we have for the department, the other being the internship class. And at the end of this semester, you're going to have completed and turned in a 12 to 15 page original research paper. And what we're going to do in the semester is build assignments until we get to that completion and submission of your research work. So we'll go through this, and during the course of the semester, you're going to see kind of video tutorials on the different assignments. So they will be posted in Moodle. So this is where you go to look at them. There'll be reminders about viewing them in the syllabus as well. So take a look at that. You have an ebook this semester, one textbook only. It's the Student's Guide to History. You should have gotten an email about that from IncludeEd or RightWave. So take a look in your email for that. The assignments for the reading, again, not the whole book, just sections of the book that kind of connect to what we're going to be doing. It has a lot of information in it. The other part of the book that's important is it has the methods by which you do the citations, and that's an important part of your research work this semester. So this first block we have here, research resources, is kind of separate instead of being kind of integrated into the calendar of the course. So we've got the library database, the LibGuides as they're known as, a link to Cami Henry archives on campus on the third floor of the library. You've got the research consultations, which is a required part of the course. You're going to have to meet with, again, phone call, video, or in person. One of a couple of folks who are available and will agree to meet with you to help you and guide you through at least the part of mastering the research resources that are there at the library. So we'll talk about that in more detail as we go further along. Now, what I do with the course is essentially put your required assignments and what you need to be doing each week, not only on the syllabus, but in Moodle. So we're going to look at the syllabus, but we're also going to kind of stay here a little bit in Moodle. The first assignment that you have to do at the end of the week is a reflection assignment. That's something that you're going to see more and more in different university classes. This is kind of the expectations of what you'd like to do and what you'd like to do better. And then in the following week or week after, I usually go through and answer the reflection assignments. Hopefully that's going to be useful to all of you. It's going to be kind of a response by me and say, hey, Dr. McDonald, I want to do this better. I have some weaknesses in one particular area when it comes to historical research, and we can build the class based on your specific responses there. So this is something to do in the first week. And if you see here, I've got kind of some themes of what you're going to be doing and then the readings that you're going to need to do as well. And these are not just assigned readings for the fun of it, because as you'll see in the syllabus and on Moodle, they kind of jump around. They are helpful. The first section of the book, and this is connected to the electronic version of the book. I've kind of gone back and checked that the print book that we used to use is the same as the ebook. So it's going to tell you a little bit about the discipline of history and why it's important to do this kind of research and what you can learn from getting this experience done. So that's kind of those early pages in the book. And then you get into the specifics of the assignments that you're going to be doing. So there's several short assignments that you're going to do. A title of your paper. You're going to review a book in a scholarly manner. You're going to have a thesis and an outline. So all of this is used not just for the sake of giving you something to do, but they'll all be useful in the process by the end of the semester of you turning in a rough draft, look at the rough draft, respond to it, and then you revise, and improve your rough draft to your final draft. So I'll be there every step of the way. And so what you'll see throughout the semester is some video tutorials. Like in week 2, you've got a fairly lengthy tutorial on the difference between sources and how to identify sources and the difference between them. Not so much what you're going to find in your specific topic, because that's up to you. So you're going to be doing an original research paper. It's going to be a historical, not current events, a historical research paper. And the usually default position of students is to do something because everyone's thinking, my God, 12 to 15 pages? And yes, it seems substantial, and it should be. We want you to get out of this program and this university prepared to do a number of different things in research, graduate school, teaching, working in the public or private sector, and achieving these goals in the class are going to help you. So back to this whole topic idea, students usually say, oh my gosh, it's got to be very broad because that's a lot to write about and it's a lot to do. But we're going to have you focus on how to very much narrow your topic, because inevitably you get topics like the causes of World War II. Well, that's fine, but let's face it, it's been done before, number one. Number two, it's really a big topic to handle in 12 to 15 pages. So we'll discuss how to narrow your focus and to come up with a workable paper topic. Okay, so in week 2, you've got a little bit more reading to do, and I repeated the first section of the Benjamin textbook. You have a video tutorial to watch that I've recorded. That's going to take you to a stream or YouTube video. So you'll see those in the course of the semester, and it talks a little bit about how to specifically work with sources. And then there's going to be an outline for choosing a topic. Now, sometimes these outlines, sometimes the videos make reference to certain due dates. Just go by the due dates that are in the syllabus, and you'll be fine. And the due dates are also in Moodle. The difference is in Moodle, that's where you go to submit. So there'll be different methods to submit, basically a simple Dropbox, or in other cases, you're going to have a Turnitin Dropbox. So you can see here you've got from a previous semester reaction to reflection assignments. So what I've done is in the past, I've read your reflection assignments, and I've kind of itemized and made a list of some of the issues you've talked about, and then I made a video about that and posted it on Moodle. So that way you know that your concerns going forward are going to be addressed, and I think that's useful. Week 3, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but I just wanted to show you, and these weeks will be open as they become due. It's not kind of a free-for-all in the class. This is structured. You've got references in the Benjamin textbook about how to plan a research strategy, and also your paper topics are going to be due on 27th. So 2 weeks after we start the class, you've got the paper topic, which you can just submit right there. And if there's an upcoming assignment for the following week or weeks going ahead, you'll see that as well. Here is a Word document that just tells you how to do the library research consultation. And when you meet with the individuals at the library, again, it'll be on their terms. It will be when they're available. They're not going to write the paper or come up with a topic for you. They're there to be used as resources. And these individuals are going to contact me and verify that you pay them a visit in one way or the other. And they're really, really super easy to work with. One is Mrs. Dr. McDonald, so I can vouch for Anna as the head of library information and research. So these are, and you're not limited to meet these folks one time. I know they'll be more than happy to meet with you again. The other individual is Miss Donna in the archive. So if you're leaning towards a Louisiana topic, now these topics can be European history, ancient. It can be American history, Louisiana history, but they have to be history topics, not kind of journalistic current events. All right, like not the 2024 election, where that's not a historical topic just yet. Usually these things need a few decades to simmer, marinate until we evaluate them with a little bit more perspective. Okay, so that's where you'll see turning in the assignments and getting instructions on the assignments. That's going to be built into Moodle. Let's take a look at the syllabus while we have a few minutes going forward here that hopefully I did already open, or maybe I didn't already open. We'll go take a look. So the syllabus is going to have kind of the schedule and more importantly, the requirements. There it is. Okay. So this obviously will always be on Moodle for you to look at. My information is there. Just make sure you spell my name correctly. And please, when you write me, put a reference. I'm going to learn everybody in the smaller classes, but I have some large classes and large sections. And so if you wouldn't mind, when you email me, just put what class you're in. You know, you can use it in the little utilize subject line of the email. Just put methods or 4000. That's fine. It's got a course description there. It has our SLOs, as we call them, student learning outcomes. The textbook I mentioned right there, it's going to be electronically linked. But more importantly, here are the assignments. So you've got some short assignments that are the statement of topic, the bibliography, and you've got a thesis and an outline, which you're going to turn in together. The thesis is your argument. What are you going to say in this paper? So what I have here listed is the required assignments and the ones you're going to get graded for. The research consultation is there as well. You'll have a book review to turn in, and you'll have to review a book that is in your bibliography, and you'll also have to review a book. We're going to discuss sources going forward and the fact that lately these papers that are turned in look like a survey of journal articles because journal articles are easy to find on the interwebs. But we're going to talk about how to research at a library and to use a library and to use books. Use actual books. Because as Dr. Pellegrin reminds us, and you are all folks who finished History 3000, historians research in a library, not online. So we're going to require you to do a book review of a book that you are using in your paper. So it knocks out the research you need to do and it knocks out the assignment. You have reflection assignments beginning and end of the semester, and the majority of your grade comes from the research paper, 12 to 15 pages. You need to have 10 to 15 secondary sources. We'll talk about the difference in the first tutorial. And a new requirement. 60% of your secondary sources will come from monographs. That means a book, an actual physical book, shelved in a dusty library, either Watson Library on campus, the archives, or a library in your area. Books are great resources. They are the starting point for doing research, not the end point. Then you go to the internet and other things like that. Again, it's just maybe I'm a dinosaur about these things, but it's still the way you do historical research. Here's the submissions. All be done in Moodle. The evaluation, again, you can look at this on your own in the syllabus, but a majority of the actual grade comes from the final polished research paper. The university policies are all placed in the syllabus as well. And as we get at the end of not only the syllabus, but the video, you have the different assignments week to week. Okay, that includes the books. You've got the topics, which include what you're reading you're going to have to do. The actual assignments, I think I made there in bold print in red as you go forward. Got a bibliography, a book to be reviewed, a book review, your thesis statement, and then your preliminary and final draft along with the reflection assignment. So these are things we will talk about in more detail as I do all of the individual tutorials going forward. But for now, this is just an intro of the syllabus in Moodle, and go ahead and email me if you need to.